Action and adventure TV shows channel from Comedy MX spotlights Tarzan, Rin Tin Tin, Zorro, complete Saturday matinee serials Captain Zero, Annie Oakley, The Big Picture, Korea and Vietnam Wars, and more. The thrills and chills never stop at Comedy MX. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Somewhere in a remote, uncharted region of the planet called Earth stands the laboratory of Captain Zero. In this secret location, known only to a few in the outside world, Captain Zero and associates experiment in time and space to learn from the past, to plan for the future.
Contact has been established. We now transmit you direct to the laboratory of Captain Zero. Please stand by.
Tetro.
Yes, Captain?
Are you sure these are the exact readings of all instruments when the materialization chamber shorted out?
Absolutely, Captain. I took them myself. Have you located Jet?
No, but according to my calculations, the short circuit in the materialization chamber caused him to materialize back into the latter part of the 15th century, in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, no.
Stand by to activate the time machine.
Yes, sir.
Electrogenerators, 8.713. Klystron output, 4.692. Set the Trilotron at 20.991.
Right. All set, sir.
Stand by for signal. Steady, we're going back. Okay, Tetro, level the power and hold it.
Yes, sir.
Stand by.
I'm afraid you'll never find him, Captain. Unless he's been picked up by a passing ship.
Ships didn't sail this far out into the Atlantic in the 15th century, Tetro. But Jet's trillium suit should keep him afloat until we can locate him. Get that materialization chamber operating and stand by.
Yes, sir. Any sign of him, Captain?
No, not yet.
Are you sure you have the right location?
Absolutely. He must be in this area somewhere. Wait a minute. There is a ship out there. Somebody must be blown way off course. Stand by, Tetro. I'm going to refocus. Jet might be on board.
Caramba! No tengo nada que comer.
Tetro, set the language rectifier to Spanish.
Yes, sir.
If I did.
You found me. Where am I? What happened? Over.
When the materialization chamber shorted out, you landed back in the 15th century. I now have you on the time machine view screen, and will materialize you back here as soon as the chamber is repaired. Got that?
I've got it, Captain. Over.
Your batteries won't last long at this time span, so I won't contact you except in case of emergency. Stay hidden and don't get caught by that character at the rail. We'll get you back here as soon as possible.
Zero, over and out.
Yes, sir. Jet, out.
Alfredo. Rico. You have found something.
Aye, this glove. It is like none I've ever seen before.
Oh. Where did you find it?
In the forecastle, near our quarters.
There is something strange going on here, Rico. And I intend to find out what it is.
Just these doors, shifting a little.
Perhaps.
A good hour's gone, a better one is coming. Down goes the sand and more is falling. To watch the hour is come. On deck, on deck, on deck.
Ah, midnight. You take your turn at the helm. I will stand watch here.
Aye.
But remember, nothing must go wrong. At daybreak, we take over the ship.
Aye. Then back to Spain.
Aye. Stop where you are.
Yes, sir. Aye, sir.
Just where do you think you are going at this time of night?
Oh,
Yes?
look, I was taking a walk around the deck.
Oh?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
I could easily arrange for you to sleep most soundly.
Yeah, I'm sure I can sleep all right now. See you later.
Come back here.
Yes, sir.
How is it I have never seen you on this ship before? Where have you been hiding? And why?
I just came on board a little while ago.
Oh, just came on board, huh? How can you come on board this ship in the middle of the ocean? You're lying.
No, I came from another ship.
Oh, another ship. We have not seen another ship since... Oh, you mean you swam over from the Nino or the Pinta?
Yeah, the Pinta.
Ah. Now I understand, amigo. You have made a good choice.
What do you mean?
We have been sailing for over a month westward into this unknown ocean. This foreign admiral, he is mad. He would have us sail to the edge of the earth and fall off into space.
But that...
Do not be afraid, boy. If we do not sight land by tomorrow at daybreak, the crew of this ship will mutiny. We will get rid of this Senor Columbus and sail back to Spain.
Senor Columbus?
But do not be afraid, lad. We will take care of him.
Santa Maria.
Ahoy, Nina!
What orders for the night?
Captain, did you hear that? I'm on Columbus's ship, and the crew's going to mutiny.
Stand by, Jet. The materialization chamber will be repaired soon.
Over.
But shouldn't I warn Columbus? Over.
Yes, you're right. But be careful. I'll be watching. 0. Over and out.
Yes, sir. Jet, out.
Boy,
Aye, sir?
you would not try to sneak away from me, would you?
Oh, no, I
Good. We will work together, you and I.
What do you mean?
I have reason to believe there is another foreigner on this ship.
What makes you think that?
This glove. Strange, is it not?
Yeah, but
The hand that fits this glove can only belong to a spy. We must find him before he can interfere with our plans to get rid of Columbus.
yeah, but where is Columbus right now?
He's at the helm. Why do you ask?
Well, I thought I could go talk to him and see if he suspects anything.
Aye, that's a good idea. He would not be suspicious of a deck boy.
Oh, I'll see you.
Wait. First, you will try on the glove yourself, just to make sure it does not fit.
But
try it on.
Tetro, the materialization chamber.
Sorry, Captain. You can materialize and dematerialize back in time, but you can't bring anything into the lab.
Okay, stand by.
So, you are the spy.
Captain!
Help! 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 Help!
Thanks, Captain.
Caramba! How in the world did he do that? But he cannot go far on Santa Maria. I will find him.
Starboard a quarter.
Starboard a quarter.
Steady as she goes.
Steady as she goes.
Rico, look. Birds. Land must be close ahead.
Aye, Admiral Columbus. For over a week, you have been saying the same thing. If there is only water, turn back. We are sailing to our doom in this sea of darkness.
No, Rico. There is land to the west, and we will find it.
Aye, unless we plunge off the edge of the world first.
No, Rico. The world is round, round. Can you not understand? Look, in the water. A branch of a tree with berries on it.
Aye, we have seen branches of trees before. If no land comes to sight.
It will, Rico, it will. These are sure signs of land.
No, these are signs of destruction, leading us closer and closer to the edge of the world. And if you do not turn back, we will fall off, down, down into empty space.
Bear with me, Rico. It will not be long.
No, it will not be long. For you.
Captain!
Rico, get back to your post. I'm going to my cabin, Rico, and I advise you to stay on course, or you'll find yourself in irons. Understand?
Aye. Aye, Admiral. I only hope that the monsters of this unknown sea enjoy the taste of your foreign Italian blood. Rico!
There is a spy on board. A deck boy, but a most strong one.
What difference does it make? At dawn, we get rid of them both. This mad explorer from Genoa will soon wish he had stayed home. The fool! Everyone knows the world is flat, yet he would have us think it is round. And the people underneath would be walking upside down. And the rain and the snow would be falling upward.
Upward. He is mad. Land to the west. Ha! There is nothing but water as far as the eye can see.
Aye. And every minute we are sailing closer and closer to the edge. Yet Columbus will not turn back.
Aye. But at dawn, we turn back. And without him.
Aye.
Carlos, take the tiller. Aye. Pedro, round up our followers and tell them of the plan.
Aye.
This deck boy knows of the mutiny. We must find him before he can warn Columbus.
Aye. We will find him if we have to move every stick on the ship.
There he is!
Captain!
No, boy! He is gone! Aye! But how can he move so fast? I do not know. But we must find him quickly. Dawn will be breaking soon. Get some help and search the ship. I will watch for him at Columbus' cabin. Aye!
Thanks, Captain.
October 12, and still no sign of land. Could my calculations be wrong? Enter.
Admiral Columbus.
Aye?
I've got to talk to you.
Well, what is it, lad?
Well, I mean...
I know how it is with you deck boys. You have been listening to the crew.
Well, yes...
And they tell tales of monsters rising up out of the sea and swallowing ships from stem to stern and of falling off the edge of the world into empty space.
Well, yes, they do, but...
Believe me, boy, the world is round. I have seen proof. And no one has ever seen these monsters they speak of.
Well, I know, but...
Listen to me, lad.
Do you still think we should give Senor Columbus the choice to turn back?
No. He talked us out of one mutiny before. We do not let him talk us out of another.
Good. Now, you know the plan. Rouse the others, and at the first sign of daybreak, we will dispose of Senor Columbus and all who side with him.
What about the deck boy?
He will not show his face again. And if he does... Now, to your posts. Aye.
Even you must have seen a ship on the distant horizon. As it sails closer, first the topsails come into view, then the cabin, and presently the whole ship. This could not be unless the world were round.
You don't have to convince me, Admiral Columbus. I know you're right, but your crew doesn't. And unless...
I know. Unless land is sighted before daybreak, they will mutiny and return to Spain.
But can't you throw them in irons?
No. The men can bear no more. I will not oppose them. If land is not sighted soon, I fear my dream of new worlds will be over.
But Admiral Columbus, how do you know there are new worlds to be discovered?
I used to be a maker of maps, and I have in my possession many charts and logs brought to me by sailors who were blown far out to sea. They, too, spoke of strange lands far into the setting sun. And high seas, blown by western winds, have brought to the shores of Spain timbers of unknown wood, carved without iron. From whence did they come? What people carved them? There are new lands to be discovered, lad. Perhaps continents. But I fear I shall not live to discover them.
You'll discover them all right.
Thank you. But I fear the worst. Poor little Diego and Ferdinand. And I had such dreams for them.
Diego and Ferdinand? Who are they?
My 2 sons back in Spain.
But aren't you even going to try to stop the mutiny?
I will do my best when the time comes. At least my charts and notes are completed so that others may return. The dawn will break at any moment. You remain here. I prefer to be on deck.
Well, yes, sir, but... Land!
Land!
Land, ho! Land!
Land! At last. Land.
Aye, land it is.
I have been vindicated. I know not what place this is, but I have found land by sailing west.
Forgive us, Admiral. Forgive our lack of faith.
Aye, Alfredo. Who can hold malice when together we have crossed the sea of darkness?
Captain! What about me?
Captain, the materialization chamber is repaired.
Good. Stand by, Jet. I'm bringing you back. Spectre wave condensers are opening. Turboid activity is increasing. Voltage is building up. Spark gaps are closing. It's transforming to electrical impulses and beginning to materialize. It's coming in. It's in. Jet.
Man, I was getting seasick up there.
Sit down. She'll be all right in a few minutes.
Yeah, I guess so, but... Boy, I bet Columbus was really honored when he got back to Spain, huh?
For a while, but not for long.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, even though Columbus served Spain for the rest of his life, he died a broken man, without honor and without reward, a victim of slander and injustice. And though he sailed the seas until his eyes grew dim, he never knew that he touched the shores of a vast new continent, America.
Be sure to be standing by when we again transmit you to this remote location on the planet Earth, where Captain Zero and his associates will conduct another experiment in time and space.
Somewhere in a remote, uncharted region of the planet called Earth stands the laboratory of Captain Zero. In this secret location, known only to a few in the outside world, Captain Zero and his associates experiment in time and space to learn from from the past to plan for the future.
Contact has been established. We now transmit you direct to the laboratory of Captain Zero. Please stand by.
What's that Indian up to, Captain?
You caught me, Jet. Swing the focus 180 degrees. Let's see if we can find out what he's looking at.
Yes, sir.
There. Get a close-up.
Captain, looks like a young boy. I bet he's only about 8 or 9 years old.
Indian sign. Right fresh, too. Must be one of the Delawares hunting around here. Now I can practice tracking a real Indian.
Daniel!
Daniel?
I'm a-coming as fast as I can.
Always in the woods. Thou art as fleet as a deer when thou art off to the woods, but thou dost amble along like a cow when 'tis time to come home.
But I found some Indian signs, Mother, and I was tracking them.
And what wouldst thou do if thou did catch up with him?
I'd capture him with my javelin.
Thou mayest stun rabbits and turkeys with thy knob-headed javelin, but not Indians.
But I'm tired of hunting rabbits and chipmunks. I want to hunt deer and bear.
When thou art older and wiser, Daniel.
Yes, sir. But why do I have to come in so early?
I have thy lessons to do. The sun will be setting soon, and thou knowest there may be strange Indians prowling about. Put up thy things.
Yes, sir. I'm not afraid of no Indians. Besides, the Indians around here are all friendly. I haven't met one yet that wasn't.
Thou art forgetting about the mountain Indians. Thou knowest that sometimes they come scouting through here to see what we settlers are up to.
I've never seen any.
Not many who see them live to tell about it. Wash thy hands and face.
Yes, sir. But I'll sure be glad when I'm old enough to have a gun.
Who are they, Captain?
I'm not certain, Jet, but I've got a pretty good idea. What's the setting on the time machine?
Pennsylvania, in the year 1743.
That checks. What's the exact longitude and latitude?
Longitude 75 degrees, 45 minutes, 50 seconds north. Latitude 40 degrees, 15 minutes, 10 seconds west.
Uh-huh. Get the map of Pennsylvania on the microfilm.
Pennsylvania.
Now, that location is on the outskirts of the little settlement of Redding. Just as I thought. That boy we've been watching is young Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone?
Right. And in the year 1743, he was just 9 years old. Apparently, he's already a pretty good hunter with that knob-headed javelin of his.
But what about that Indian we saw? He didn't look very friendly to me. What do you suppose he's up to?
I don't know, Jet. Maybe we better stay on the view screen and find out.
He's not there now.
Refocus back to the cabin. We'll see what develops.
How am I ever going to be a great hunter and explorer if I have to come in the house every time the sun goes down?
If thou would spend as much time on thy lessons as thou dost in the woods, maybe thou could become a reader in the Quaker church.
But, Mother, I don't want to be a reader. I want to hunt, trap, explore, and maybe even cross the mountains to the west.
Darling, thou art a little boy yet. Thou hast thy whole life to be a hunter.
But I wanted to get started.
Right now, thou best get started on thy lessons. Thy father and brothers will be home soon.
But, Mother, may I not practice tracking in the woods a little while longer? I won't go too far.
I have the lessons coming first, Daniel.
Lessons. What does a hunter and explorer need with reading, writing, arithmetic? I'm already learning the lessons I'm going to need. Right now, I can throw a tomahawk and ride a horse bareback. And Father is showing me how to forge tools in a blacksmith shop. And I even know how to repair a gun. Spelling.
Daniel?
Yes, Mom?
I am going out to milk the cows. But when I return, I shall want to hear thee spell.
But milking a cow is my chore, Mother.
Spell beaver for me, Daniel?
Yes, Mom. B-E-V-E-R?
No.
B-E-E-V-E-R?
Thou will tend to thy lessons, and I will tend to the milking.
B-E-A-V-E-R. Well, at least I can trap a beaver, even if I can't spell it. Someday I'll have 1,000,000 acres of land just for trapping, hunting, and fishing. I'll be right in the forest and spelling.
Daniel?
Yes, I'm studying.
One of the cows has gone into the woods. Old Clara. I will leave thy lessons and go and fetch her back.
Yes, ma'am. I'd better take my javelin just in case.
Now, do not go too far, Daniel. If old Clara is lost, I do not want thee lost, too.
Yes, ma'am. Here, Clara, Clara, Clara. Here, Clara, here, Clara. Here, Clara, here, Clara. Oh, can't even find any tracers through here. Wait a minute. I must be lost. I've made so many tracks around here. I don't know which is which.
Stop. No run. No afraid. Me Delaware. Me friend.
But why do you have your knife out?
Me medicine man. Me get plants. Dig roots. Get bark. Make medicine for tribe. Look, stop, dig. All time, look, stop, dig. There, plant for medicine.
Yeah, that's yellow root for sore eyes.
You know.
Sure, my mother boils the roots and uses the yellow water.
Me do like same.
Glory, I thought you were a mountain Indian.
No, me Delaware. Tell by beads. Me friend, white man.
I'm sure glad.
Small boy in deep woods. Bad, get lost. Maybe bad Indian in deep wood.
I think I am lost. I was looking for one of our cows and well.
Cow find other way home. Cow smart. You know how find north?
Well, I could if I could see the sun or the North Star.
Maybe no sun, no star. Come. Broke twig. You come this way. There you turn stone. Here marking dirt. There footprint. Many signs. You make big trail.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see it now.
Bad Indian find you easy. Must learn leave no signs. Break trail. Swing on vine. When cross stream, walk in water. When near camp, cover trail. Leaves. You learn, or no live long in bad Indian country.
I can find my way home now. I sometimes hunt rabbits and squirrels around here.
You got gun?
No, I get them with my javelin.
You hit rabbit with this?
Sure, turkeys and chipmunks, too.
You make good hunter.
I'm going to be the greatest hunter and explorer and trapper in the whole world. And someday I'm even going to cross the mountains and explore the other side. You want to come with me?
Me happy here. Many bad Indians across mountains.
Well, thank you very much.
You good boy. You meet here tomorrow. Me show how track, how cover trail, how hide, how live in forest.
Honest?
Me go now.
Tomorrow then, goodbye.
Man, I sure wouldn't want to live in the forest with Indians around.
Well, the Delawares are pretty friendly, Jeff. In fact, it was through them that young Boone learned how to live in the woods, like an Indian, and how to think like an Indian, so that when he later moved into the wilderness of Kentucky, he was well able to live off the forest and protect himself and his friends against Indians who weren't quite so friendly.
Captain, before you shut down the time machine, do you suppose we could pick up Daniel Boone in Kentucky after he grew up?
Well, I don't know. We can try. I think I saw something in here that should be able to give us an exact... Here it is. Okay, reset the time machine for the year 1770, June the 11th, about 5 p.m.
Yes, sir.
I'll set the location.
All set, sir.
Good, and stand by to move ahead. Ready, Jet?
Ready, sir.
Stand by. Activate the cycle reactor. Good. 1750, 55, 1760. Check microphase.
1/2 MV.
Increase 3/4. Stand by. 1767, 68, 69. Steady. 1770. Cut the cycle reactor and lock it. Now set the sound wave segregator and patch it into the time machine audio so we can hear what's happening.
Yes, sir. All set, sir.
Good. Stand by to activate the view screen. Bring up the plate currents. Increase the gain on the vertical axis. Check image acceleration. It's coming in. There it is. We're right on target.
D. Boone killed a bar on this tree, June 11, 1770. Golly, Daniel Boone never did learn to spell very well, did he?
No, but he learned a great many other things, Jet. Look, there he is. 26 years later, one of America's greatest pioneers.
Kentucky. Plenty of land, plenty of game. A place a man would be proud to call home. Well, Finley, no signs of Indians around here yet. I reckon we're safe another night.
Good. I'm too darn tired to move.
You wouldn't be so tired if there was a pack of Shawnees or Cherokees on your trail.
I ain't so sure.
You know, Finley, I'll be ever beholden to you for telling me about Kentucky. If you hadn't come through the Adkins Valley when you did, I might still be sitting there paying high taxes and getting crowded out with a neighbor almost every 20 miles.
Score's even, Daniel. Oh, I might have come back by way of the Ohio River again, but I'd never found my way overland if it hadn't been for you.
Thank you, Finley.
Made a good haul today, Daniel. Wonder how the others are making out.
Oh, about the same, I reckon. We better head back to the main camp. Don't want to be split up too long.
What's the matter, you worried? About Indians? Why, we haven't seen one on the whole trip.
Better to be worried about him before you see him, Finley. Might be too late after. Did you cover our trail leading in here?
Oh, there ain't no need for that. There ain't no Indians around here. Besides, I was making me some new traps. Now, I made some buttes, too. I hauled down some saplings, bent them down, rigged them up with vines. Boy, if anything gets caught in those, they're going to be hanging in the air before they know what happened. I figured to have me some more pelts before we go back in the morning.
You better cover our trail leading in here, or we might not be around here in the morning.
Oh, there ain't no Indian going to follow that trail.
You know, Finley, you look mighty peculiar with no hair, or, no scalp.
Well, I reckon there's no harm in scattering a few leaves around.
Kentucky. Plenty of elbow room. Plenty of breathing space. Indians will know I'm going to settle out here one day.
Even I could cover a trail better than that.
There ain't no Indians around here. These two all fired cautious. Panther. Well, if he comes around here tonight, he'll find himself swinging in one of my traps. I better watch my step or I'll be swinging in one myself. Getting close to camp. Better be more careful.
They're all salted down and ready to pack in the morning. Hope you covered our trail in here.
I'm all tuckered out. Let's eat.
No fires till after dark. Indians might see the smoke.
We ain't seen an Indian since we've been in Kentucky.
Maybe they don't know we're here. Let's not tell them. That sound like a wolf to you?
Of course. What else could it be?
Ain't so sure. Some Indians are mighty clever at making animal calls.
Yeah, and I heard lots of wolves, and that's a wolf. You're just a little skittish about saying the same camp 2 nights in a row.
Maybe, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I want to do some scouting over the next ridge. You want to come?
Not me. I'm going to sit right here. Nobody can make me move.
All right, I'll be back before dark. Keep your eyes open.
Don't worry about me, Dan. I wonder where that jerky deer meat is. Oh. We ain't seen an Injun in a month. I don't know what he's so all-fired cautious about.
Laboratory.
Captain, could you come over to the rocket lab for a minute? We're running a test on your new fuel formula.
Okay, Tetro. I'll be right there. Now, look, Jet. You can watch the view screen just as long as you like. But be sure to cut down the power on the time machine when you're through.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Criminy, there are Indians around there. Look at that. He feels safe enough, all right. Criminy, Finley didn't cover the trail to their camp too well, and that Indian found it. Man, he could be a scout for a whole tribe. War paint, too. Tetro!
Yes, Jed.
Let me talk to the captain.
He just left you, Jet. He's on his way back there now.
Well, get a hold of him and tell him I've materialized myself to Kentucky.
Wait a minute, Jet. Wait a minute.
There isn't time. I've got to cover a trail.
Jet, wait. Jet, wait.
Man, I've just got time to cover the trail before that Indian comes around the bend.
Strange white man cover trail. Him God! Him vanish!
Transforming from electrical impulses and beginning to materialize. He's coming in. He's in. Yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. Man, you caught me just in time. Those traps really worked.
You certainly found out the hard way. Couldn't you wait until I got back here?
But an Indian found the trail into camp. And Finley was sound asleep. There just wasn't time to wait for you. So I materialized myself back and, well, I stepped into Finley's trap.
Certainly did.
But did you see that Indian?
Yeah. I imagine he thought you were some sort of great white spirit when you disappeared.
I almost was.
Well, next time, wait for me.
Yes, sir. But, Captain, what about that Indian? Did he find Finley?
I don't know. I was so concerned about you that I forgot all about him. Stand by and activate the view screen.
Yes, sir.
What kind of an animal was that?
Expecting somebody, Finley?
Me? No. But I just heard the gall darndest sound I ever heard.
Might have been a female panther. They make an awful screech. Ain't heard one around here before, though.
Well, I don't know, Dan, but I'm glad you're here.
I didn't find the signs of Indians around the ridge. I got a notion they're not far off, though. What do you say we get started? Never like to spend 2 nights in the same place.
All right, Dan, anything you say.
Let's get packing.
White God come. White God go. White man must be nearby. Me go warn tribe. White man in Kentucky.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have me 1,000,000 acres for hunting and trapping.
What about the Indians, Daniel?
Finley, I know Kentucky is a hunting ground for the Shawnees and the Cherokees, but it's a gateway to the West. Kentucky's worth fighting for. And if I have to, I'll do some of that fighting.
Man, I sure wouldn't want to go exploring in that country.
Not many men would, Jeff. But Daniel Boone was a man who could take care of himself in any country.
Did he ever get that 1,000,000 acres he dreamed of?
No. He spent so much time fighting the Indians off of other people's land that he never found the time to file a proper claim to his own. Out of the millions of acres of land Daniel Boone explored, not one remained his. And he not only explored the entire area of Kentucky, but he also established the boundaries and persuaded the Indians to make a peace treaty. And he built the great Wilderness Road, which paved the way westward for other people to follow.
Captain Zero. Captain Zero, research explorer in time and space. Somewhere, in a remote, uncharted region of the planet called Earth, stands the laboratory of Captain Zero. In this secret location, known only to a few in the outside world, Captain Zero and his associates experiment in time and space to learn from the past, to plan for the future.
Contact has been established. We now transmit you direct to the laboratory of Captain Zero. Please stand by.
Jet,
Yes, sir?
come here, quickly.
What's up, Captain?
Watch.
Who is it, Captain?
That's James Marshall at Sutter's Mill in the Coloma Valley, California, on Monday, January 24th, in the year 1848.
By the heavens, I think it's gold. Gold!
You've just seen the start of the biggest gold rush the world has ever known.
But who was that fellow watching Marshall?
I don't know. Stand by to move the time machine ahead 4 days to Sutter's Fort in Sacramento. We'll find out what happens when Marshall arrives.
Yes, sir. All set, sir.
Activate the cycloreactor. Good. Cut reactor and lock it. Stand by to reactivate the view screen.
Yes, sir.
There it is. Sutter's Fort on the Sacramento River.
Man, you suppose Marshall has arrived yet?
Stand by to refocus inside.
Yes, sir.
No sign of anyone yet. Wait a minute. There's John Sutter.
The man who built the fort?
Yes, but the fort is just a part of his California empire.
Empire? What do you mean?
7 years ago, in 1841, Sutter, a Swiss immigrant, obtained a land grant from Mexico. And with a lot of patience and hard work, he's transformed thousands of acres of wilderness into rich farm and cattle land. He employs hundreds of people. In fact, John Sutter was California's first empire builder.
But what do you suppose happened to Marshall?
Come in.
Afternoon, sir. Can you spare a couple of minutes?
Sure, Ben. What's on your mind?
Here's the cargo list for the Amelia, sir.
Oh.
She's loaded and ready to head down the river for San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, Ben. How long have you been working for me?
Exactly 1 year, sir.
That's what I thought. Just 1 year ago, I took this from you
and told you you could live a useful life without it. You proved me right, Ben. I think you've grown up enough to carry it now. Here.
I don't want it, Mr. Sutter. That gun represents everything about my life I want to forget. When we first met, I knew nothing but the law of the gun. I used it for fighting, stealing, shooting up Indian pueblos. I even tried to shoot up your fort.
That's over now.
Yeah, but instead of tossing me into jail, you gave me a job. You gave me something useful to do. I'm grateful to you, sir, more than you know. No, sir, I don't want the gun.
You're smart, Ben, and a good worker. I've got big plans for you, but anytime you want that gun back, you know where it is.
Thanks, sir. I won't be needing.
Come in. Marshal, what are you doing here?
Not so loud. You want everybody in the place to hear?
What's the matter? Something wrong up at the mill?
No, but I gotta talk to you, John. Alone.
I'll leave, sir.
No. Whatever you've got to say, Ben can hear it.
But this is big, John.
Ben can hear it.
All right. Come here. I'm not sure this is the real stuff, John. We'll have to test it. But if it is, we're going to be the richest men on Earth. Gold. Gold. Yeah, what'd I tell you? Rich as kings. Beautiful yellow gold. What ails you, John?
Where'd you find it?
Up at the sawmill. 4 days ago, early in the morning, when I was testing the tail race. There it was in the sand, big as life. It's a miracle no one else saw it.
You sure no one did?
Positive. You're the first to know. The creek must be full of the stuff. The whole country, maybe. Well, what's the matter, John? I thought you'd be glad.
Huh.
But if this stuff is real, we're going to be rich.
No, Jim, if this is the real thing, I'm going to be ruined.
What? Are you mad?
Ruined, you understand? Everything I've built, ruined.
Easy, Mr. Sutter. You don't know if that is the real thing.
No. Ben, get the hammer from my tool chest. So you think gold will turn us into kings, huh? Well, you're wrong. If this proves to be gold, it means ruin. The finish of everything I've built. People swarming in from everywhere, trampling down the land, ruining the crops, driving off the cattle. Our own workers will desert us. Nothing will be left. Nothing.
I'll show you what Sutter means, Jet. Move the time machine ahead 1 year and watch. This is what Sutter is afraid of. Thousands of people rushing pell-mell for California with the hope of getting rich quick. Thousands of people pouring over his land in an endless stream, caring for nothing but gold. Some may find it, many more won't. Still they come. Horseback, covered wagon, and stagecoach. Towns springing up overnight. And everywhere, men searching for gold. Panning the streams alone. Or building sluice boxes, like this rocker here, and working in teams. Sloughing off the sand and the gravel, then panning the residue for nuggets and flakes in their eager quest for the precious metal. miners and prospectors from all over the world, digging and panning every foot of his land, and no way to stop them. Who cares about one man's crops or cattle when there's gold to be had? Gold. And the faster it can be washed out, the better. Hydraulic mining washes out the gold, but the land is reduced to unusable rubble. Sutter has reason to fear. Reactivate the time machine back to his office.
And how many will strike it rich? Very few. Then what'll they do? With no land, no crops, no cattle, no food, no work. And why? Because I will have been ruined. Understand? Ruined.
It's flattened out. It bends without breaking, just as gold should.
It's got the weight for gold.
Must be real, huh, John?
There are other tests. We'll try them all. Go to the apothecaries. Get some acid and scales. Hurry. And Jim.
Yeah?
Don't breathe this to a soul. Understand? That goes for you too, Ben.
You can count on me, sir.
Don't worry, John. You can take my word for it. I won't talk. You can take my word for it. There ain't nobody knows about it but us three right here.
Good. Now get the acid and scales. Sam Brannan.
Afternoon, John. Jim?
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just wanted to talk a bit.
Well, I'm busy right now, Sam. Drop by in an hour or so. Jim, get those things I ordered.
Wait a minute, John. I want to talk to you now.
What's the big idea, Brannan? Just because you own a newspaper down in San Francisco, you...
Star. First in town.
That still doesn't give you the right to snoop. Now get out.
What have you got in your hand, John?
Nothing. Get out.
But you have. And you're afraid. In all the years I've known you, John, I've never seen you afraid. And if it scares you, it's something big, something important. Maybe important to all of us. Let's see, John.
Hold it, Brannan. Are you out of your mind?
Keep out of this, kid.
I think you better go. You can talk later after you've cooled down.
Keep your hands off of me.
Mr. Sutter doesn't want to talk to you.
Don't you threaten me. I knew you when you were a filthy little gunman. You don't frighten me, Ben. I'll find out what he's hiding. What's this? Acid. And scales. Now, what would you want these for? Right now, I don't know, but I got a fair idea what it could be. And you're trying to keep it secret. Something real big, maybe. I'll find what it is. John, mark my words. I'll find out. And no cheap gunman's gonna stop me. Get out!
He knows we found something, all right.
What of it, John? Why all the secrecy? I don't see how gold could ruin you if it's on your own property.
I don't either, sir. You can stop people from coming onto your own land, can't you?
That's just it. I can't. I hold a Mexican land grant. The Mexicans are no longer in power. California has been won by the Americans. Soon it'll be a state. I'll draw up a new lease covering the mineral rights, and I'll send it to the governor at Monterey for his approval. I'll double the wages of every worker I've got. For their own good, I'll try to keep them from running off.
You can count on me, John. I won't roll. When I'm a millionaire, maybe, then I'll open my mouth.
Remember, Jim, the welfare of hundreds of people is in your hands. Let this secret out, and their jobs will be ruined when people come pouring over my land.
You can count on me.
Good.
Maybe you shouldn't have let him go, sir.
What else could I do? Well, at least he'll be too busy to talk. That's one bit of trouble out of the way.
Yeah? Here comes some more. Bremen.
I don't want to talk to him. Not yet.
I'll handle him. Mr. Sutter can't talk now. He's too busy.
No, well, he's gonna talk. I've been doing some figuring and listening. The rumors all over the fort. Marshal rides in when he's not expected. He's all excited. He comes straight to Sutter. Then he looks for acid and scales. What for? To test and to weigh. An ore of some kind.
That's enough.
I'm on the right track, ain't I? Now I'm gonna find out for certain. And no kid gunman's gonna stop me.
Let him be, Ben.
That's right, ain't it, John? You've been testing an ore.
Maybe.
What kind? Gold?
Maybe.
I knew it. Gold. Marshall found gold up at Coloma.
What if he had? What would you do about it?
I'd take the news to San Francisco. I'd spread it all over California. It's just what we need. We'll be a state someday, a great one. Gold and the people it'll bring will make it all the greater.
But you've got no proof that we've found gold, Sam. There are lots of minerals we could be testing for. All this talk of yours about wanting California to be a great place doesn't fool me. You want people to come in here because you want to trade with them and build a fortune. I know all about these different businesses of yours. That newspaper is just one of them. Huh. You want your hands in the gold, too. And you wouldn't stop at anything to ruin my land or anybody else's to get what you want.
Who's gonna stop me, John? I am. I told you once to keep out of this.
Are you all right? You stop it, both of you.
So, I've got no proof, huh? There's gold in this country, John, and it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to everyone. Me, the people, everybody.
Give me that.
Stand back, you two, or I'll blow you to kingdom come. I'm going to San Francisco with this news, and neither you nor Ben can stop me. Step back. Back.
Sam, wait a minute. Listen to me. You know how hard I've worked to build this land up from the wilderness? Hundreds of people, white and Indian alike, depend on that land for their living. What do you suppose is going to happen to them when strangers take over? They'll starve, because everything that I've built will have been ruined. I need a little time.
Into the fort.
Gold in California. What a break. The news will spread like wildfire. People will come streaming in here from everywhere. Thousands. This is just what California needs. And it's what I need. Neither Sutter nor anybody else can stop me now.
You're not going anywhere.
Put that thing away, you crazy kid.
You're not leaving, Brannon. I'll kill you first.
Jet.
Yes, sir?
Stand by to activate the materialization chamber.
Yes, sir.
Throw the switch.
Spectrowave condensers are opening. Turboid activity is increasing. Voltage is building up. Spark gaps are closing. It's transforming to electrical impulses and beginning to dematerialize. There he goes. He's gone.
You don't dare kill me. I got power in this country. You'd hang.
Look, Brannon, Sutter's worked hard to build up this country. He's given lots of people homes and jobs, me included. He just needs a little time, that's all. And you're going to give it to him.
You don't bluff me, Ben Clark. You don't dare shoot. Don't forget, Sutter trusts you.
You stop the gun, Ben. Ben.
I don't know what got into me.
Forget it. You didn't hit him.
I know, but I'm trying.
I'm sure it won't happen again.
What about Mr. Sutter? He'll be ruined.
Shooting Brannon wouldn't have helped. The news would have leaked out anyway. Already had. People are coming west, Ben. Thousands of them. And there's nothing either you or Sutter can do about it.
Ben! That gunshot. What happened?
It's an accident, Mr. Sutter. Just an accident. Nobody hurt.
Who in tarnation is that?
I don't know, Mr. Sutter? I don't know. But he's a right guy. A real right guy.
Okay, Jet. Take me back. Well, that's that.
But, Captain, what happened afterward? Did Sutter lose his land?
Yes. He did everything he could to save it, but there was no stopping the mad rush for gold. His men deserted him, just as he knew they would, and his land was completely overrun with miners and prospectors.
Golly.
Even though the great California gold rush was started by the discovery on his land, both John Sutter and James Marshall died without a penny. But they'll always be remembered for the great part they played in building California.
Be sure to be standing by when we again transmit you to this remote location on the planet Earth, where Captain Zero and his associates will conduct another experiment in time and space.